As you know, you're here for the code enforcement hearing for the City of North Miami. Today is June 3rd, 2015, and I am Beatrice Cazzo, Special Magistrate for the City of North Miami. The purpose of this hearing is to determine if a code violation exists at your property as observed and cited by a code enforcement officer of this city. If the city is not able to prove its case, then I will dismiss the case and you may leave. These proceedings are being recorded. Therefore, all persons who are speaking should do so one at a time to ensure that all testimony is clearly audible on the recording device. If English is not your primary language, then please inform me when I call your case. We have a translator who will assist you during the proceedings. When your case is called, the property owner, agent for the property owner, and any witness that you may have should come forward to the podium on the left side of the room. When asked, please speak directly into the microphone and say aloud your name, your business or mailing address, and your relationship to the property. If you are not the property owner or an attorney representing the property owner, then you must present a notarized power of attorney affidavit in order for your testimony to be taken on behalf of the property owner. For new cases, you will be asked for the record if you are aware of and understand the violation that is being heard today. And do you understand what is required to resolve the violation? Please answer accordingly. The city will present its case first, and then the property owner or violator will be given an opportunity to testify on their own behalf, to bring forward witnesses to testify, to present evidence and photographs, and to cross-examine the city's witnesses. Following the case presentation, I will issue a finding of fact on the case. If I find that a violation of city codes exists or existed at your property, then depending on the case type, yes, ma'am.
Speak a little louder, please. I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me in the back? Okay. All right.
Can't hear you.
Following the case presentation, I will issue a finding of fact on the case. If I find that a violation of city codes exists or existed at your property, then depending on the case type, I will set an abatement date for the violation to be resolved. Or, for repeat violations, I will impose a daily fine amount. For new, non-repeat cases, my order will include an abatement date by which you must resolve the violation, and a daily fine amount that I may impose at a future hearing date should the violation not be resolved by the abatement date. If I find sufficient cause to postpone enforcement action at this time, I will table this case proceeding to another hearing date in the future. If you do not agree with my finding of fact and/or ruling, then the property owner may appeal the administrative order on the case to the circuit court. An appeal must be filed within 30 days of the date of the execution of the administrative order to be appealed. In accordance with Florida statutes, if a person decides to appeal any decision made by the special magistrate with respect to any matter considered at these proceedings, then the person will need a verbatim record of the proceeding. This record includes the testimony and evidence upon which the appeal is to be based. The cost of obtaining the verbatim record shall be the sole responsibility of the appellant. And it is recommended that persons who plan to appeal their case should provide their own court reporter at this proceedings. Pursuant to city codes, if the City of North Miami prevails in prosecuting a case before the special magistrate, the city shall be entitled to recover all costs incurred in prosecuting the case. The current cost assessment amount is $100 per case. Once the city records an order that imposes a fine and authorizes a lien against the property, then the city will charge additional administrative fees to record and release the lien. Now, if you are here and you will be giving testimony on a case today, please rise and raise your right hand so the officer can administer the oath.
Swear you in for your testimony. swear and solemnly affirm,
Just a second, officer. Please rise.
sorry ma'am, do you swear and solemnly affirm that all the testimony which you're about to give in your case is the truth and the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? If so, please say I do.
I do.
Please remain standing. Interpreters, may I swear you in? Do you swear and solemnly affirm that all the testimony which you're about to translate will be true and accurate to the best of your ability?
I do.
Let's all pledge allegiance to our country's flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated and place your cell phones on silent or turn them off. Thank you.
All right. Please announce if there are any additions, corrections, and/or deletions to the hearing agenda, please.
Item number 6, CEEXP 2015-00195 has been complied. Item number 7, CEEXP 2015-00184 has been complied. Item number 8, CEBMP 2015-00010 has been complied. Item number 9, CEMHO 2015-00031 has been complied. Item number 12, CEFAW 2015-00049 has been complied. Item number 13, CEBPR 2015-00021 has been postponed a month. Item number 14, CEPFY 2015-00059 has been complied. Item number 15, CEEXC 2015-00019 has been complied. Item number 16, CEBNP 2015-00005 has been complied. Item number 17, CEEXP 2014-00332 has been complied. Item number 18, CEBNP 2015-00012 has been postponed a month. Item number 20, CEEXP 2015-00178 has been postponed a month. Item number 21, CEEXP 2015-00121 has been complied. Item number 22, CEEXC 2015-00014 has been postponed a month. Item number 23, CEODS 2015-00002 has been complied. Item number 24, CEBPR 2014-00006 has been postponed 3 months. Item number 25, CEEXP 2015-00185 has been postponed a month. Item number 27, CEFAW 2014-00084 has been complied. Item number 28, CEEXP 2015-00025 has been postponed a month. Item number 29, CEEXP 2014-00204 has been complied. Item number 31, CEBPR 2015-00028 has been complied. Item number 32, CEEXP 2015-00103 has been postponed a month. Item number 33, CEEXP 2015-00162 has been complied. Item number 34, CEFAW 2015-00066 has been postponed a month. Item number 36, CEBPR 2015-00025 has been complied. Item number 37, CEEXP 2014-00312 has been complied. Item number 39, CEMIS 2015-00004 has been complied. Item number 43, CEIBY 2015-00029 has been complied. Item number 44, CEEXP 2014-00325 postponed a month. Item number 45, CEEXP 2015-00175 postponed a month. Item number 46, CEEXP 2015-00192 postponed a month. Item number 47, CEBPR 2015-00014 postponed a month. Item number 48, CEFAW 2015-00027 complied. Item number 49, CEFAW 2015-00071 complied. Item number 50, CEFAW 2015-00083 complied. Item number 51, CEEXP 2015-00151 postponed a month. Item number 52, CEEXP 2015-00154, off calendar. Item number 54, CEFAW 2015-00081, complied. Item number 55, CEEXP 2015-0096, complied. Item number 56, CEEXP 2015-00051, complied. Item number 58, CEEXP 2015-00190, complied. Item number 60, CEBUS 2015-00002, complied. Item number 61, CEEXP 2015-00147, complied. Item number 63, CEBPR 2015-00011, postponed 2 months. Item number 64, CEPOM 2015-00015, complied. Item number 69, CEFAW 2015-00082, postponed a month. Item number 70, CEBMP 2014-00103, postponed a month. Item number 71, CEEXC 2015-00005, complied. And that completes all the deletions of the agenda.
All right, are we ready to call our first case?
The first case would be item number 10, Betty Walker, Officer Edmund Fitzel, case number CEBMP 2014-00121, item number 10.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name for the record and your relationship to the property.
My name is Michael Hoffman, and I'm an attorney for Betty Walker.
Okay, Mr. Hoffman.
Ed Fitzel, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer.
Before we proceed on this, I would like to ask if we could have a continuance of this proceeding. Ms. Walker wanted to be here. She wanted to assert offenses and testify, but she had some issues. She had a suspended license, and she had some issues traveling here. I know this has been continued on a prior occasion, but Ms. Walker, who we represent in other legal matters, called our office this morning kind of frantic about this fact that she wasn't going to be able to make it here today, and that's the purpose of my appearance primarily. So I would just ask for the briefest continuance that can be offered to her.
The city has any objections?
Mr. Fitzel, can you update us on where we are in this case and how many continuances, if any, have been granted?
This property was originally cited back in October 2014. It was found guilty, but at the last prior hearing in February, you asked for a continuance to look into it a little further. The property was posted with notice to appear. An affidavit of service was filed on May 28th. I checked with the building department today. The same thing was submitted to the building department back in November of 2014. As of in May 13th, the same thing was submitted and it was denied again, that the structural for the building, for the shed, for the building code, Florida Building Code, was not completed, and they needed to seal the complete structural details for the shed and the manufacturer. So we're still back to point A.
It's already been adjudicated. I think that if she just retained counsel, then give them an opportunity to meet, and we can reset it. We can reset it for 30 days. All right?
Is there a date 30 days out, or will that get, is there a date 30 days out, or will that get sent in the mail?
That would be July 1st.
July 1st.
Sir,
Six-
can you please advise your client that there will be no more continuances, and if there is a matter of permits to be had, that she complies and does what she needs to do to bring the property up to code?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you.
The next case is item number 38, Jeffrey Slavitt. Officer Edmund Fitzell, case number CEGMP 2015-0010, item number 38.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. Please state your full name and your relationship to the property, please.
Andrew A. Fisher, I am currently residing at the property.
Okay.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday to you, too.
Thank you.
Ed Fitzell, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer with the City of North Miami Police Department. This property is a non-homesteaded property. It was cited under 5-15 for general maintenance of the property back on March 3rd of this year, 2015. Property was posted with notice to appear on May 28th. Affidavit service was filed. I have some pictures to show.
Sir, do the pictures accurately depict your property?
They do.
Thank you.
I've reviewed the photographs that Officer Fitzell have submitted, and do you need them back?
May I have an opportunity to explain, Your Honor?
I need to find out if the officer rests. Is he done testifying?
Oh, sorry.
I've been by this property several times, and I've left my business card. Most of the times, it looks like it's vacant. I saw a car there at one time and knocked, and there was no answer. But this has gone on for, 3 months now. This was a complaint from one of the neighbors across the canal. So this is where it stands at this point, and I assume the property was vacant, I guess. I saw a car there maybe once.
Okay. Mr. Fisher?
Your Honor, we've been planning to rehab the back patio of the property. As you can tell, it's desperately needed. The first step of which is to fix the pool. There's been a leak at that pool that we've been working on for over a year now. I've now engaged the fourth company to find the leak, and ultimately the pool is going to need to be resurfaced. Everything else is pending the pool because, as you can tell by the photos, we've already replaced a pipe from the pool drainage back to the plumbing, and that obviously didn't fix the problem, and that's why my pool servicing company stopped working, is because I refused to pay them without them fixing the leak. So they walked off the property. I've now engaged a new company to fix it, but the reason everything else is pending the pool is because in the event we need to break ground again to replace the plumbing for the pool, we don't want to have, for instance, fresh, I don't know what you'd call it, floor tile, which we're planning on putting in. So we're hoping to have the leak fixed. I don't understand why it's taken a year already. So that you understand, I've now engaged a new pool company to clean the pool, even if the leak is not detected. But in my mind, in order to move forward, we're going to have to fix that leak first. And then we would like very, very much to finish cleaning up the rest of the house.
Your Honor, if I may, I find a little problematic your open-ended time frame for fixing the pool.
The reason I have the same problem, honestly, I don't understand why it's taken a year. I don't have an explanation for that. I would love to tell you they're going to find it, but I'm on my fourth company. So I would very much like to tell you by Saturday it will be fixed, but I can't in good faith say that because I don't know that to be true. And I would never under oath testify to that, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's a leak at the pool at the property, I'm not aware of it because the pool is, if you see in these pictures, as full as the picture I took yesterday, and that's going to be addressed tomorrow. And it's filthy. So, I mean, and
It is leaking, sir, so
Okay.
so you know.
You're,
Here's a-
you're,
here's a photo from yesterday, and the pool's full.
Mhm.
It's full up to below these skimmers, if you notice.
Okay.
That is where the leak is, I believe. Or that's what the previous company told me, and that's why they replaced the skimmer, but I have, so you know, Your Honor, I've spent over $5,000 to try to fix this leak in this pool already. Just please take that into consideration. It's not something I've left abandoned. It's something that I have been trying, and I don't understand why it's become such an issue, frankly.
Your Honor, given the open-ended state of the violators issue, I recommend that we adjudicate, and should the owner comply, and at that point, after a fine is imposed, he can certainly request a mitigation of whatever fines are levied against him.
Do you understand what the city attorney is asking?
I believe
to
she's
do?
trying to set a compliance date, right?
Correct.
I have an issue with that because, frankly, I'm being punished already. I understand that the city wants this done, but I want it done much more so. I mean, I have a pool that's festering. I have a leaking pool. I have a backyard that I need to lay new tile for. I have work that I would like to get done, and I think imposing fines isn't going to help me get it done any faster. And frankly, isn't just.
Right, the issue for us is the fact that you've been dealing with this particular issue for either over a year, approximately a year, and we're still not anywhere near, first, identifying the problem, and two, fixing the problem.
Understood.
Certainly, I cannot grant you another year
No.
so that they can, trying to fish for the problem. We need a date certain, at least to say, you said you've retained a new company, and so
Company
did
I
you
work
bring
with.
did you bring me any documents, any
I
paperwork?
did not, unfortunately, Your Honor.
contract to
No.
show?
If I can propose, I would be happy to do a progress report for Your Honor in 30 days, and that way I can tell you what the findings were and what progress we've made, if any, and tell you, hopefully at that time we have a firm date when we should be done, and I can tell you when we will be X, Y, and Z.
Your Hon-
Today I don't know, Your Honor.
Your Honor, also based on the unresponsiveness of the violator and the fact that the property appears to be vacant, and it's not just the pool, but it's other surrounding areas around the pool that have not been addressed as well. So for those reasons, we strongly urge you to adjudicate. And again, should you remediate, you always have an opportunity to come back and request any mitigation. But we really need to move forward.
I understand that, but I mean, I have some property in South Beach that I manage, so I have some experience in these proceedings. And I do know that when we do impose the fines, it's almost never all of it is mitigated. And I just don't think that imposing fines, I don't think it's fair to say that I'm unresponsive. The inspector did leave his card, and I wasn't able to call, but I'm very busy as well.
Here's what I'm
trying
gonna
to handle
do.
these issues.
This is a relatively new case. I'm going to give
It
you
is a new
30
case.
days. If you come back here in July and you don't have the proper paperwork, you don't have anything from your new company telling us that this is what's going on with your pool, and they're in the process of fixing the problem, then you will get an adjudication. And
I
at which
thank you for
point,
that, Your Honor.
basically, as you know, you're going to get a date certain, and if nothing happens, then you will
Daily
start
fines.
accumulating a lien on your property, because something has to give. You've had a year, and you understand?
I understand, Your Honor. I really appreciate that. I am very happy to do that because 1 month from now I'll have a much better idea than I do today because
And
I
you-
just
and
hired
you
my
have-
fourth company.
If I were you, I'll take a card from the officer
Yes,
so that you can stay in contact with him and tell him what
100%. And I'll
progress is
keep him
being made.
updated to the process.
Okay, and you probably need to start pulling a permit, because you're gonna remove what's there, and place tiles. He's gonna need a permit for that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so talk to the officer so that you know exactly what you need to do, so that you can have a better understanding, and you can
That'd be
tell us
great.
where we are in 30 days, okay?
I'll be happy to do that. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
The next case is item number 4, Antonio D'Angelo,
I'm sorry,
Uh,
what number?
Officer Vivian Christie, case number CEEXP 2015-00015, item number 4.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam.
Your name and your relationship to the property?
Yes, Antonio D'Angelo. I am the owner of the property.
All right, sir.
CEEXP 2015-00015.
Good evening, Officer Christie, City of North Miami Police Department. This is a new case in regards to the exterior of the building walls at the property. I have not, this is my first meeting with the property owner. Obviously, the building was posted. The property owner is here. I do have pictures for the record.
Okay, good. Yes.
Sir, do those pictures accurately
Yes.
reflect your property?
What am I looking for?
It's for the exterior discoloration of the building walls.
Sir, how long do you need to get this matter fixed?
15 days. I'm working already. It's 3 months I'm working there. If you can see on the square things that there was an air condition, I took it off. And since it's a wood frame house, I need a lot of corkage, a lot of stuff.
Does he need
And
a
I
permit for
start
that?
already.
Does he need a permit for that? No?
Yeah, you need a permit for that. I got it.
You said you have been working on
Yeah,
the whole house?
yes,
Okay. And you've pulled the proper permit?
yes. Got it right
Okay.
here. The only thing that I could not finish.
Can you show it to the officer?
course.
Okay, that's actually probably just a paint permit that I'm looking at.
Look at the date.
This is, he's actually just showing me a paint permit. He doesn't need permits for what he's doing with the repairs of the walls. This property was just cited back in January.
Okay.
So I am looking for an adjudication. So that the work will proceed.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood something, the reduction on the wall, or what I did on the wall, just plaster fixing. That's what I'm doing on the wall, nothing else. No remodeling or just a scrub, pressure washer, fix the wall, and paint. That's what I want to do. I'm gonna do it, and I started. Eventually, in the meantime, the lady, I'm a little busy, you know, took me a little longer just to start it, but I'm working it. It's everything ready. She's right. You can see outside. But I'm working it. Just I need about 15 days or maybe a month. I already start painting anyway.
Ms. Christie?
I am still hoping to get an adjudication today. If he is done in 15 days, he won't be back to get a fine running.
I concur, Your Honor.
I can come into the weekend check. How about that?
All right. All right, sir. You asked for 15 days. I'll give you 30 days.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So that you need to have this work completed by June 30th, 2015. So I
Definitely.
do find that the violation does exist, but I do find that you are in the process of getting it resolved. And so I will find in favor of the city, and I will give you an abatement date of June 30th, 2015. If the work is done, then obviously the officer will come by the house and you can actually call her and say,
Oh, yeah.
it's done, come look at it. And if it is in fact fixed, then you won't have to be here on the 1st and she will take it off calendar.
Okay.
Okay? Otherwise, sir, you have to be here so that you can tell us why it's taking longer than the 30 days to get the job done. At which point, you may start accumulating fees at $50 per day. You don't want that,
Don't want that, right?
all right? Okay, sir. Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
All right.
The next case is item number 53, Maurice Joseph, Officer Wayne Clark, case number CEBPR 2015-00034, item number 53.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. Your name and your relationship to the property, please.
Maurice Joseph, I'm the owner of the property.
Okay. Who's your officer on the case? Oh.
City of North Miami Code Compliance, Wayne Clark. This is a case in reference to a building without a permit. He installed a white, I believe it's plastic, gate to the rear of the property, across the rear of the property. No permit is on file with the city. The property is not homesteaded. And not like to date, there hasn't been no submission of any applications or paperwork to the city. And this is the first time tonight that I've seen the gentleman to my left. And to date, again, it's still the same. And I'd like to submit the photos for the record, first showing the defendant.
Sir, is that your property?
Definitely is, yes.
All right, I'm reviewing the photograph taken on this date and has been submitted by the officer. Well, it's pretty nice.
I'll make a statement on that when you're done.
Huh?
I will make a statement on that when you're done,
Okay.
okay?
It's nice work, but you didn't pull a permit to get it
Okay,
done.
if I can tell you, I've owned this property for about 25 years.
Okay.
And previously, I had a chain link fence right on that same area.
Mhm.
I still got the existing pole on the east side of the property, where I actually joined the very end of that fence to the pole for security reasons, so nobody could come through the gap there.
Mhm.
That last post on the east side, I left it and with anticipation of pulling a permit to do the whole perimeter of the property. The reason I did not pull a permit right away, because I thought I could have done this section under a grandfather type rule, because I had a chain link. So that's why I did it that way. The officer is right. Yes, I did not pull a permit. Now, one of the reasons I did not pull a permit, because I need to survey the property, because I lost all my boundary lines to the property. And so I gotta do that first, and I will pull a permit to do the whole boundary of the property, all around. Because I have no fence in the front. Somebody walking in my yard, they took my stuff, so I just wanted to do a privacy fence, and that's why I did that. So if you wanna fine me for that, or pay a permit, whatever, but I built it to the requirements, 3 feet deep. It's a 9-foot pole and 6 foot above ground. So I did it the right way, 12-inch diameter, well concreted. I still got a section open that I didn't fill, so he's allowed, he could look at it. And so I try to enhance the property, and that I'm hoping when I'm done with this white, I could join it all the way to the front of the property.
Right.
And with, by the way, Judge, I had a few years ago, just so I comply, I pulled in a permit to do a 6-foot all around the property, and I had a permit, but I never did
It
construct.
expired.
I never did construct it, okay?
Right.
And I had a variance permit signed by all my neighbors, they did, so I did comply, you know what I'm saying? So my intention is to get a survey, pull a permit, and eventually do the whole fence. So I just stopped right there just to create anybody from walking to the back of my yard, and that's how I did it.
Okay. So you need to do a survey and then you
Mhm.
need to apply for the permit.
Yes.
I don't know, and I'm sure that it's done up to code.
It's done right,
But
yes.
We won't know that until the city actually goes out and send their people out to
Right.
verify that it's actually done
Exactly,
up
exactly.
to code.
Right.
So for that, I will find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. What I'm gonna do is, because of the survey and
Yes.
then applying for the permit, I'll give you 60 days.
Okay, thank you very much,
Okay.
Judge. Yes.
And if everything is done and it's up to code, then you let Mr. Clark know, and therefore you don't have to come back here. That would be August 5th, right? 60 days? Okay.
Okay,
But if not, then I expect to see you back here. Your abatement date to get the work done is actually August 4th.
no
The
problem.
hearing date is August 5th.
Okay.
And at
And
that
by then, it
time,
should be done, yes.
if it's not, I'm imposing a daily fine amount of $50.
That won't have to happen, I'll get it done.
Okay. All right, sir. Have a good night.
All right, thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you. Can you pass this to Mr. Clark, please? Thank you. What number? Huh? She's here? Okay, you can send her on. Oh, you had mentioned that.
Nixa Serrano? Ma'am, your case has been complied. You can go home. Okay. You're welcome. It was just complied right now by the officer. Okay. The next case is item number 5, Adolfo Gill. Case number CEXP 2014-00306, Officer Vidalin Christie, item number 2.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Good evening, sir. Your full name and your relationship to the property.
Adolfo Gill, owner of the property.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Vidal Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. This is a new case in regards to the exterior of the property. I have on occasion met Mr. Adolfo. We did speak about the property. He said he would take care of it for me. Obviously, he's here today. As of today, there is no compliance. I do have pictures for the record.
Sir, do the pictures accurately reflect your property?
Yes.
Reviewing photographs that have been submitted by the code enforcement officer. Does that conclude your testimony?
Other than this case has been going on since November of last year, that's it.
Mr. Gill?
Hi. I have spoken to officer previously. There is peeling paint in the house, but there was a bigger problem was the leaking of the roof into my kid's room. So I did the roof first, and I explained that to her, and then I'm gonna do the finishing of the painting, but the windows are not doing well at all. So I got an estimate on the windows, because I would like to do the windows first all around the house, and there's bars on them, so we got to pull them off. So I just feel that if I'm allowed to do that first, then I can scrape the house, paint it, because when they pull the bars off and the windows out, it's gonna ruin everything that I paid for to get it painted.
Okay, so you're
So-
planning to replace all the
Yeah.
windows in the house?
Yeah, I have an estimate. I was proactive and got an estimate.
Okay.
I would like to replace them. I mean, I'm not there yet because the amount is, $7,400. So, yeah. But I'm asking if I'm allowed to, I know that the peeling is a problem. If I'm allowed to scrape it and maybe, take all the peelings off, maybe put a little primer where it's a problem until I'm able to do the windows. This way that goes away. And then pressure clean the house. And I noticed there was 2 houses by my house that had that knockdown, and that's what I want to do to it. So I would like to do that to it. But I would like to do the windows first and take out the bars. So maybe I can scrape and take all the stuff that's peeling off and then put a little primer on it. Oh, do you think, well, the other one has to okay it. So I'm wondering if I'm allowed to do that, at least be proactive and remove the peeling so that I know that's the issue. And then, get a little money left to do the windows, the bars, and then the painting. Or the knockdown I want to do.
I'm gonna leave this totally up to you because as you have heard right now, the financial state or cost of the windows is a little bit much, which means it's not going to be done this month or probably next month,
Right.
which is going to leave the property in the same way it has been for quite a while.
Well,
No,
actually, what I'm asking
he's
is,
proposing,
Yeah.
and I'm going to direct that question back to you because I really don't know the answer to that. What he's proposing is whether or not if he scrape, you want to scrape off the paint.
or whatever's peeling off that's dangerous or hazardous, scrape it off, and then maybe prime those areas so that it's,
So then there won't be any paint at all.
no, well, not everything is peeling, just certain areas.
Can I,
Show, okay.
I'm not just referring to right here, your entire front portion of the house, inclusive of the window ornament
Can you speak into the mic, please?
around the corner. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Not
No, I know.
right here.
But over here, if I see over here, those little ceilings are here, like if I could scrape that off.
You guys are kind of having a sidebar.
Oh,
Do you want
I'm
me to
sorry.
pass the case so you can talk about it?
No, I'm just trying to make him aware of what I'm referring to as just not that one portion that the paint is totally hanging off.
No, I know. I'm thinking about going through around the whole house and anything that I see that maybe we agree that is hazardous, remove until I pull those bars out and fix those windows. I mean, it won't be that long, but I need to save
I
some
might
money.
even really think that she's talking
Yeah.
about it being a hazard. I think it more of a eyesore, right? It's more of
Pretty much.
and
know.
if you're telling us that the cost of repairing the entire windows all around the house is kind of cost prohibitive, so we're sort of like we're not really sure.
That's why I'm trying to be proactive and ask if I can scrape and make it look better, maybe prime it similar color, at least the little spots. I just don't want to do the whole house because I want to do that knockdown that I've seen. It's very nice. But after the bars are off and after the windows are on, I could do that. So I'm thinking maybe, pressure clean it, take all the, maybe whatever's green is there, and then prime it a similar color, at least in the spots.
That's
if we
what
can
you're
go-
asking him to do. Actually, you said pressure clean it. Well, pressure clean and paint.
Pressure clean.
Yeah, and paint.
Well, if he's gonna prime is similar to paint, it's just that not everybody primes the house well, so it actually looks worse than how it came in. And
Well,
it
we can't
can't
assume that you've
stay.
never seen me paint before.
Okay.
And we're trying to fix the house slowly. It's just that income wasn't there, and I couldn't do it all. And I think the roof was more important. And now I'm working backwards, I guess. But I'm just trying to come to a conclusion so I don't get fined and save that money to get the windows done and do it in the right way. But whatever she suggests I should do, I'll have to do. But
All right, Miss Christie, what are you requiring?
I'm gonna have to refer it back. I've been dealing with this since last November. I am gonna put it on you guys at this point.
The city attorney actually has something she'd
Yes,
like to
Your Honor,
add.
I'd like
Sure.
to recommend that we have an adjudication and 30 days to abate, and if it's abated within 30 days, then you'll be fine.
30 days to obey what? To pressure clean it
To
and paint the
To
house?
The
describe
prime
the
that you
prime,
discussed.
the remedial work that you just described,
Oh.
that will be a patch. I don't know, however, whether that will be sufficient.
We'll
I
see
guess
in
it
30
depends.
days.
Yeah, you
Why
have to
don't-
see what it
Yeah.
looks like.
But what if I get the adjudication, is that what you call it? And that's a fine, right?
Not at this juncture.
Oh, not this juncture, all right.
Just a finding
Well,
that
why
you
don't we,
violated.
why don't we meet at the house? This way we can go over it together, and whatever satisfies her, I'll do.
I think perhaps if we had this discussion back in November or December or January or February,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'm sorry, but I did call her, and I explained about the roof first, and I said I got a permit for the roof, I got the roof done, and then I said, as soon as I finish the windows, I'll try to get that painted. But at least I was a little proactive. I got back to her at least, and we did speak about the roof and the windows and then the paint. Just that I haven't been able to finish all of it.
All right, so based on the testimony presented, I find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I also find that the owner has been proactive in trying to get this issue resolved. And so I will give you an abatement date to June 30th, 2015, and to get what we've discussed, to get it pressure cleaned and prime. Is that the,
Yeah, well,
hopefully it's,
prime the entire house, and it's gonna come off anyway when they do when they pull off the bars.
okay.
Maybe certain sections, whatever satisfies the officer.
All right, you can ask the officer again to tell you exactly which areas is of concern to her, and you can make sure that you get those done, and therefore, you won't have to accumulate the daily fine amount that I'm about to impose, which is $50. Okay, so stay in contact with the officer. If it's not done within the 30 days, maybe she can give you an extension. Otherwise, I will see you back here on July 1st so we can discuss your progress.
Perfect.
Okay? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Next case is item number 5, Barbara Miller, Officer Edmund Fitzell, case number CESEA 2015-000001, item number 5.
Good evening.
Good evening, Your Honor.
Please state your full name for the record and your relationship to the property.
Richard Cherico, I'm Barbara Miller's son.
Okay. All right, we're gonna hear from the officer first, and then I'll give you an opportunity to respond.
Edmund Fitzell, City of North Miami Code Enforcement Officer. This property was cited back in February for the seawall unmaintained on the 295603. It is a safety issue. Property was posted with notice to appear on May 28th. Return receipt was received on May 27th. Affidavit of service was filed.
Hi, I'm Pam Dariano. I represent the contractor. I have his contract.
Ma'am,
He hired us in
ma'am.
June.
Can you speak to the mic?
Yeah, he hired us in June of 2014.
I don't believe the officer has finished testifying.
Oh, I'm
Your
sorry.
Honor.
Yes.
Have you finished?
No, give him an opportunity to present his case, and then I will turn it over to you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
I've spoken on several occasions with Miami Beach Marina and Durham. Paperwork gets submitted from the Seawall Corporation down to Durham and then through the city. Is how it works. But basically, this has been going on since 2012. This was cited back in July of 2012 for the seawall. But the property had changed hands, I guess, in the meantime, and I had reopened the violation again back in February. So at this point, I'll show you a picture of the property where the seawall is caving in, and I guess some of the neighbors are concerned that their property might fall into the water as well. But I'll let Pam talk to you. Pam?
Hi, I've got pictures too when Durham went out there in October. But we are going back and forth with plans, 7 different corrections. We had a meeting with the supervisor. We're getting close, but we cannot get a building permit without Miami-Dade County preliminary approving our plans. We're stuck. I've had 2 different draftsmen. I have 2 different engineers, and we got the final engineer, did the final plans. And I submitted it to the project manager, Jessica Hogan, and I also spoke to Chrissy Hops, the supervisor. And it's been a year almost that we've been trying to get this permit able to submit to the City of North Miami Beach Building Department.
So the holdup is the city or the county?
The county. Once I
And-
get the stamp on the plans, I get to bring it right to the city. Unless I could bring it to the city, unless you would allow me to submit it to the city without the prelim and then bring the prelim later on.
I don't know that I have that kind of authority over the county.
That's the only way that I could think that we could speed this up.
And what is the county telling you is the holdup? What's,
Oh, I have the whole list right here of all the corrections that they want. Oh, we can't understand the plans, have the draftman do it a different way. Please put this on S3, S4. I have the whole thing right here.
okay,
But
so they want it
we're
done a
close. We're close
specific
now.
way?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of new with this. You all, I've been over here about a year now, but from what the Durham is telling me is that the paperwork has not been turned in correctly for this particular property. So they said they keep sending it back to the engineer to make some corrections.
Okay, is this engineer familiar with the,
Well, we
with
had
the
two different
requirements of the
draftsmen, and
county?
we have our engineer doing the final correction. We're almost there. I think they're gonna approve it now. But then we have to bring it to the city, which will be another month. And then after you get the city's zoning and structural approved, we have to bring it back to Durham, which will be, right now, I have a property at 2001. I've had it in Durham for, at least 6 weeks, and we still haven't received their permit to proceed. So Durham is really busy. It's really a touchy situation over here. I can't even give you how much time I would need to comply, to start the building. At least 2 months.
The city has no problem with 2 more months. From what my conversations with Durham is that if all the paperwork is correct, it doesn't take more than 2 weeks in their hands, but then it does come back to the city, and a process number has to be issued and sent back for Durham's final.
And how
But-
long would that take? Did they tell you?
Yeah, I checked with the building official on that, but he's saying if all the paperwork is correct, the gentleman is in charge down in Durham, he's telling me it only takes his office about 2 weeks to send the paperwork back to approve it. So it's just a matter of the engineer getting everything done correctly.
I got the plan signed and sealed today, and I submitted them to Durham for the final 7th sketch.
All right. The only concern that I'm having is the fact that Officer Fitzell testified that you have your neighbors who are very concerned that the condition of the Sea Hall on your property.
Let me submit the photo.
Sure, yes, I didn't get to see them.
Is that your property?
If it's severely affecting the your neighbor's properties, then that's a major issue.
We can't do any work on the water without Durham's approval.
Understood?
That's what's holding
And
us
how long
up.
have you been in this property?
This is our original pictures right here. October. In October, look at the difference in the wall. I just gave it.
How long have you been in this property?
4 years.
4 years?
Right, but it wasn't like this when I moved in. It was much smaller. The previous violation of 2012, I don't know anything about. I guess that was the previous owner.
Do you know how long it's been in this condition,
It was-
officer?
It actually looks that way because we took down a stone wall that was in front of those pipes, and as the stone wall moved, the pipes would move and the pool would drain, so what you're looking at is basically a construction project.
All right.
Your question, city attorney, is that it was, the gentleman took ownership in 2011. The property was cited in July of 2012. But after several months, the previous officer noticed that it changed ownership, and it just wasn't, the new computer system didn't upgrade.
So it sounds like it's been 4 years, a 4-year problem, not just a 6-month or 8-month problem.
Well, I wasn't notified in 2012.
No, I'm concerned about the length of time that the issue has been going on.
I think that the issue is come to
Right,
a
it's
much different
it's
place when
deteriorated.
it's 4 year- yeah,
It's
4 years
deteriorated,
ago, it
right.
wasn't what you're looking at now.
Yeah.
The city has no problem giving them 2 more months to get their paperwork straightened with Durham. I just need
And
an
it's not been
adjudication.
right, so, yeah, so we're asking for an adjudication, and if the officer has no objection to 60 days, then that's fine.
All right, based on the testimony presented, I find that the violation does exist. I find in favor of the city. I will give you the 30 days with an abatement date of August 4th, 2015. And your next hearing date is August 5th, 2015. And at the next hearing, I want to hear that the plan has been approved and that we're moving to the next phase, or that we have moved to the next phase. I'm just, fingers crossed, yes. Just a little concerned as to this issue and the way it's affecting your neighbors.
Right.
Okay? And I'll issue a daily fine amount of $100. But once I know what progress is being made, then if you need an extension, I will definitely grant it.
Well, okay.
Okay?
Yeah, we're trying.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Next case is item number 59, Catalyst Fertilene. Case number CEMHO 2014-00078. Officer
was
Vivian
59?
Christie. Yes, 59.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Cadis Fertillion, co-owner.
What is your name, sir?
Cadis Fertillion, co-owner.
Okay.
Vito and Christie, Code Compliance, City of North Miami Police Department. This case was previously heard. I've never met this young gentleman before. Met his mother and sister from previous hearings. But as of today, there has been no changes in the property, and I do have the additional pictures for the record.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sir, was that your property?
Yeah.
You're not sure?
No, I co-signed for my mom, so we ended up having out. So.
Reviewing photographs that has been submitted by the code enforcement officer. And sir, do you understand the violation?
Yes, yes, but they got somebody working on it right now. You just got to pull a permit so they can start doing what they got to do for the roofing.
Okay, so you've hired someone, a company?
Yeah, I got the paperwork right here also.
You got the paperwork with you?
Yeah, he just got to pull a permit so he can get started.
Okay. Show it to the officer, pass it up, let me see. So you've hired this company, you've paid them so that they can pull the permit and get the job done?
That's correct.
Okay. Okay, sir. And how long does it tell you that he's gonna hold a permit?
I guess about 2 weeks you got to pull the permit so we get started.
All right. So we'll reset it, 30 days. This matter has already been adjudicated. So reset it 30 days. And, your hearing date is July 1st, 2015. And I want to hear what progress has been made and whether or not the permit has been pulled and in the work.
Hopefully it'll be done by then. So
Okay, well,
hopefully.
you're pretty hopeful. I don't know about that. But we'll hear from you when you come back here on the 1st, okay?
All right, not a problem. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Can we have the copy? That
go ahead. You do your copy.
It is? Oh, I thought I saw a secondary copy.
The other one is not signed. You signed the, only the copy that's legit.
Could we, the chart?
Mhm. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
The next case is item number 62, Patty Ann Bend, Officer Ernst Baptiste, case number CEXP 2014-00244, item number 62. Patty Ann? Yeah.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Mayor.
Your full name for the record? Your name?
Patty Bennis.
Okay.
I can't read. On September 29th, I wasn't home. I was in the hospital
Okay.
in September to October.
Okay.
I never received it. Someone was picking up my mail, didn't say nothing about the roof.
Okay. I
on
don't
this other
know, I
notice.
don't know much about your case yet. Let me give an
Uh-uh.
up. I don't know, I haven't heard anything about the case yet.
Oh,
We're gonna
oh.
give the officer an opportunity to present his case, and
yeah,
then
I
I'll
talked
give
to
you a
him today.
chance to respond.
But it's gonna take me a month to fix the roof.
Okay.
I did-
Ernst Baptiste, Code Enforcement Officer, City of North Miami Police Department. The case was cited back in 2014, and this is a
It has mold on it.
this is an exterior main residence violation that need to be pressure clean, paint, and the roof and the fascia board. And actually, I visited the property today, and the owner was in the process of doing some repairing, and she explained to me that she needed more time, and I'm willing to give her a month to comply.
Okay. So you want to table it for a month?
I can't hear.
Okay. Ma'am, the officer says that you have started working on it.
Yeah, I asked
You
for like
started-
a month.
Okay.
Or,
He's
okay?
granting you that,
Yeah,
okay?
that's
We'll
all
gi-
I need, because I didn't know. I was in the hospital in September to October, and I stayed at my sister's from when I got out to November. By Thanksgiving, I finally got home.
Okay, we're sorry to hear that. We hope you feel better. And
My kidney don't give up.
that's it. That's
Have a
it.
nice evening, Mayor.
Thank you, ma'am.
The next case is item number 57, Nancy Rivera, Officer Wayne Clark, case number CEBPR 2015-0022, Nancy Rivera, item number 57.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Please state your full name and your relationship to
Lourdes
the property.
Rodriguez,
Your relationship to the property?
daughter, resident,
I'm sorry?
resident.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, are you a tenant, owner?
Well, I'm going through the probate. My mom deceased, and I do have an attorney working on my case.
So this was your mother's property?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been ours forever, so,
Okay.
since the 60s.
All right, officer?
Wayne Clark, City of North Miami Code Compliance. This is case in reference to erecting a new wood fence around the rear of the property without first obtaining a permit. This took place on March 17th, 2015, when I first noticed it. I thereafter talked to a friend, I believe it was. He said his name was Adago Rojas.
Okay.
And I talked to him once, and he explained to me that it was an elderly resident that lived there, and that he was going to apply for and try and obtain an after-the-fact permit. From that point, I haven't heard anything back from him. And as the days went by, I checked the record week in and week out. To this date, I don't see any permit on file. The fence still exists. And I'd like to submit the photos for the record, first showing the defendant, and also the property is homesteaded.
Yes.
Ma'am, is that your property?
Yes, yes.
And also the wood gate is installed backward.
All right, ma'am. Do you understand the violation?
Yes, I do. He's 100% correct. What I thought was I was grandfathered in. We do have presently a chain fence, of which I put a wooden fence in front of it. The gentleman that you spoke to was a contractor that I did hire. However, I'm going through a probate on the house, and until we finish all the signatures and getting the house under my name, I can't pull a permit. But I am going through the process. It's taking just a little bit of time. And I'm asking if I could have some time just to get the house under my name legally, so I could then pull the permit. I do have a contractor that you spoke to him, and we'll get that resolved immediately.
I mean, that's going to take some time, isn't it? Probate usually
No.
takes.
What point are we in? I'm right here.
Oh, okay.
All right. How far along are we in the probate matter?
Okay, I should have been registered as of Friday. I should have been. I'm going to check on that. And there's nobody contesting. My mom has been deceased for 4 years. The lawyer informed me that, this should go pretty smooth because of the time of her decease.
I'll hear from the city attorney.
So you're suggesting that because you're in probate, you're unable to
Pull
the permit?
Right, because
whose name is on? So
that's
it's
the thing. It's my mother's name, and my mom is deceased. And I am doing everything I could as quickly as possible to get that over to my name so I could pull the permit immediately. And there is a chain fence behind that.
Did she have a will?
No, what happened is that I also inherited my brother. He's blind and severely disabled. And my mom at that time, I don't know why, she was afraid that, if there was a will that we would sell the house and then my brother would be out. I don't know why she thought that, but that's not the case, He's remains in the house, and I guess she was scared.
She died intestate. There's no papers. So and you have your brother and you.
Yeah, and
are
I'm
your
his
heirs?
advocate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was she married at the time?
No. My dad deceased 15 years before she did. So this is something new to me. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm just asking if I could have some time. The fence, I put that up there because my brother, you know, we do take him out, and the chain fence was not working, and for his safety. And like I said, so all I have to do is get the permit, and I will fix this immediately. He is correct on that fact, but I just need some time.
So maybe what I would recommend, Your Honor, is an adjudication with a 60-day abatement, so that they can resolve the court issue and then resolve the permitting issue.